ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। We are in Jnaneshwari Bhavartha Deepika chapter 18, and today we have to begin with verse number 3. And what we were looking in the previous two verses was popular views that the Lord is giving as told by wise men as to what is sannyas and what is tyag. That was the question of Arjuna. What is the difference between the two, and or are they the same? And in the second verse it was told sannyasi is he who does not do any desire prompted activity. Tyagi, relinquishment. Tyag, the word used here is relinquishment. And who is a tyagi? Tyagi is he who, even though he is still involved in kartrutva abhiman, he is still involved in karma, but his attention is not on the karma phala. Therefore, sarva karma phala tyaga. So, that was one opinion. Then that was kamyanam karmanam nyasam sannyasam kavayo viduhu sarva karma phala tyagam prahus tyagam vichakshanaha. And there we also told that kamya karma has to be given up. Nitya naimittika karma has to be performed without complaint, joyfully, without expecting any result. And nishedha karma, which is that action which is not to be performed, must be stayed away from. You should not get involved in it. And that was the first one. Then in the second verse, what did we say? Hey, where is it gone? That was the second. Now today we are starting the third. Yeah. So this was the popular, and again the Lord is continuing to tell what the wise people say. And having told what wise people say, then he will say what I believe it to be. He is preparing the ground. Now today's third verse. We didn't complete, no? Did we complete the second verse?
We completed the third one also, Swamiji.
Hey?
We completed the third one also.
No, third we have to start. We haven't even started third yet. We haven't started. No, I got the mark here. I started marking it now. We have to start third today. We haven't started third yet. Tyajyam dosha vadityaike कर्म प्राहुर्मनीषिणः त्याज्यं दोषवधित्येके कर्म प्राहुर्मनीषिणः यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यमिति चापरे यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यमिति चापरे. टुगेदर. त्याज्यं दोषवधित्येके कर्म प्राहुर्मनीषिणः यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यमिति चापरे. The third verse.
No backups for 330 days.
Okay, no backups. We don't want backups. The third verse says of the 18th chapter, some thinkers say that action should be abandoned, being tainted. Acts of sacrifice, charity, austerity should not be abandoned, so say others. So again, the popular beliefs among the wise men that is being narrated here by the Lord for the benefit of Arjuna. And he says in the OV, एका फळाभिलाष न ठके ते कर्मा ते म्हणती बंधके जैसे आपण नग्न भांडके जगाते म्हणे. He says, some say that action leads to bondage, as one can never get rid of desire for the fruit of action. If a person calls a naked person nude, the latter in turn calls him quarrelsome. So some say that action leads to bondage. This is the popular belief of certain thinkers or certain wise men. Because when we perform actions, watch yourself that whatever action we are performing, are we performing it just for the heck of it or for the result? You are going to drive tomorrow to Grampians for the heck of it? Are you going to eat food just for the heck of it? Or you have this, आ गया तो आ गया, नहीं आया तो ठीक है. नहीं, all our actions are motivated by, or we get entangled in the actions because our attention, our desire is for a particular result. And once we get into that, and how do we get entangled into the actions? By creating likes and dislikes with respect to the results. Jnaneshwar Maharaj says in the 136th, का जेव्हा लंपट रोगिया अन्ने दूषी धनंजया आंगान रुसे कोढिया मासिया कोपे तैसे फळ काम दुर्बळ म्हणती कर्मची किडाळ मग निर्णयो देती केवळ त्यजावे ऐसा एक म्हणती यागादिक करावेची आवश्यक जे यावांचुनी शोधक आननसे मनशुद्धीच्या मार्गी जय विजयी भावे वेगी तय कर्म सवळा लागी आळसून कीजे भांगार आथी शोधावे तरी आगी जेवी नुबगावे का दर्पणा लागी सांचावे अधिक रज. He says, one who is fond of food gobbles all kinds of food and suffering from indigestions find fault with it. Our Swamiji says, खाओ पियो खिसको. अपना वो नहीं है, अपना है खाओ पियो कंप्लेन करो कि ज़्यादा खा लिया. Every day overeat and then say, अरे यार आज थोड़ा ज़्यादा खा लिया. आइसक्रीम नहीं खानी चाहिए थी, जलेबी ज़्यादा नहीं खानी चाहिए थी, गुलाब जामुन ज़्यादा नहीं खाना चाहिए, तीखा ज़्यादा नहीं खाना चाहिए था. But the tongue is such, it wants. A leper, instead of blaming his rotting body, gets angry with the flies which hover around him. So, gussa, problem apni, same is our problem. We have got entangled in our roles as mother, daughter, husband, wife, teacher, student, and it goes on, all the roles that we are playing. But we never take Our attention is never on ourselves. As a student, I'm not understanding is the teacher's problem. As a child, the cause of all miseries are my parents. I am the driver. The cause of all stress on the road is of all other traffic except my responsibility. So we have our attention is only outside, just like these lepers whose attention is on the flies. We never blame ourselves. We never take responsibility for our own actions. In that way, the feeble-minded persons who are greedy of the fruit of action and reluctant to relinquish it denounce action as wicked and favor its total renunciation. And such people, weak-minded people, instead of giving up the result, they give up the action itself. तुमने भी सुना होगा कई बार, एक एक्सीडेंट हो गया, 2 एक्सीडेंट हो गए, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू ड्राइव एनी मोर, आई टेक संन्यास फ्रॉम ड्राइविंग and become a trouble for everyone else in the house. See, child doesn't say I fell down once, twice, thrice, he continues to master walking and running. But this is our lot. Why is this happening? Because we are addicted to the results of our action. That is why. And because of this addiction to the result, and the result is not favorable, and therefore instead of renouncing the fruit, which is the favorable result or unfavorable result, we renounce the action itself. This is the mistake majority of us make. Others declare that actions such as sacrifice ought to be performed. This is the second line. Yajna dana tapa karma na tyajyam iti cha pare cha apare. He says, so the wise men, other thinkers say that actions such as sacrifice ought to be performed, otherwise there is no other means for the purification of the mind. So what is tapasya done for? What is yajna? The 3 words are used, no? Yajna, dana, tapa. What is yajna done for? I am asking. What is yajna done for? To go to heavens. Like King Bali did. Ashwamedh Yajna. Why? He wants to become the king of Swarga. Ausht.
To achieve something.
Yajna is not done for achieving anything.
To please gods.
Gods are always pleased.
Gods.
Gods are always happy. That's why they are Satchidanand Swarup. Why are you doing yajna? Why should we perform yajna? What will happen?
As a karma
Yes, as a karma.
for purification.
What will happen as a result of purification? That is written there.
Body.
Your personality will expand. When you take big projects without any attention on the result of that yajna, our personality expands as a result of the purification. Dana, why should we, what is the result of dana? It brings about artha shuddhi. It brings about a feeling of abundance within our heart and mind, that we have been taken care of. But no person who comes to us must go away without receiving anything. It can be clothes, food, smile, just silently listening to their problems. You are giving your time, you are giving your efforts, you are giving your wealth, you are sharing your abilities. That is dana. Not only money, 50 paisa you give and you say, I give dana. That is not dana. So artha shuddhi happens as a result of dana. And what happens by doing tapasya? Our faculties come under our control. They get purified and they come under our control. So here Jnaneshwar Maharaj says that actions such as sacrifice ought to be performed, otherwise there is no other means for the purification of the mind. If one wishes to bring about early purification of the mind, one should not be sluggish in performing actions. One must be always at the tip of their toe, ready. This is only possible if you jump out of your bed when you wake up in the morning. You delay 1 minute, your whole day will be sluggish. What is required to be done? Do it with inspiration. Do it with joy, as an expression of the joy. Don't do our issue is we do actions to get joy. If I eat food and I get what I want, then I am happy. If I go to India, then I'll be happy. Then in India, when I get back to Australia, then I'll be happy. We are ticking our bucket list. Where is the attention according to the bucket list? On the result. And how should we live? Express every act in and through your action. In fact, the action must be an expression of our joy that is welling up within us. That is our nature. Whether you speak, whether you think, whether you talk, whether you sit in silence, whether you are walking, whether you are cooking, let it be an expression of joy and bliss. One should not be sluggish in performing actions. If one wishes to purify gold, one should not neglect to burn it in the crucible. We want gold to be purified, but we don't want to put it in the gold, in the fire. How is it possible? This nidra, alasya, pramad, this has to be given up. This tamas, these are the expressions of tamas. Nidra is sleep, alasya is laziness, procrastination, and pramad is inadvertence, repeating the same mistake daily. It must be pulled out from the root. A moment of non-alertness, again it grows like the weeds in our garden. Pull it out from the root. For that you will have to invoke the rajas. Rajas means dynamism. Rajas means ever readiness to do what is required to be done without deliberating upon it. Should I or should I not? Where you deliberate, should I not, you are allowing confusion to reign your mind. doubt to reign your mind. And doubt, confusion, it will take you back to tamas. Because छोड़ यार कल कर लेंगे, laziness, straight laziness. जरा सोचिए, if one wishes to see his face in a copper, what was it before? If one wishes to purify gold, one should not neglect to burn it in the crucible. So what is the fire? If we want to purify, jump into the action without expectation of a return. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. If one wishes to see his face in a copper mirror, he should not neglect to keep ashes ready to polish it. Again, same thought. Just by wishing, it is not going to happen. I wish to liberate. I wish to purify. I wish to be rich. Swamiji told one example. One professor and one businessman came to meet him, and they were having tea or dinner, whatever it was, and then the professor said, Swamiji, he must have made money with all black money and other unwanted business, But see how we are professors, we take lectures, we give, we teach the student, we are doing such a noble job. And we are paid only 50,000, 70,000 rupees per month. And look at this business fellow. Anyway, which way they can, they are making money. Must be, it cannot be. How can you become rich like that? So it was a self-pity that I am only getting 70,000. This fellow is making millions. So he looked at the businessman. Answer, bhai, he is complaining about you. So he said, Professor, how many classes do you take every day? He says, maybe 2, maybe 3. And not every day. Sometimes there is nothing. And what do you other times? Nothing. Sometimes I'm checking their homework or their assignments, etc., etc. But 2 or 3. And what do you do rest of the day? Because you know whether you work or you don't work, you are going to get the 70,000 rupees salary. On the other hand, I get up in the morning thinking about business. I go to sleep thinking of business. 24/7 my mind is only working, thinking, contemplating on how to expand the business. Can you say that you are spending that much time on studies? He said no. He says then 70,000 is too much for you. I am 24/7 if I work thinking about business, then I deserve what I am getting and whatever is coming to me. See? Those who are on Centrelink and Dole, handouts, they are the worst type. All their self-confidence, self-respect, they fall in their own eyes. They may justify that these are the difficult times. But one must be creative. One must get out there and do whatever is required to be done. Get out of this dole business. In India, it started now, slowly. A new generation of lazy buggers is going to be coming, who only wait for handouts, never want to contribute. They know what their right is, but they don't want to do what is required to be done. That is the story here. On the 141st, नाना वस्त्रे चोख हुआवी ऐसे आथी जरी जीवी तरी संवदनी न मनावी मलिन जैसी तैसी कर्मे क्लेशकारे म्हणवनी न न्यावी अभेरे का अन्न लाभे अरुवारे रांधितिये उणे इही इही का शब्दी एक कर्मी बांधिती बुद्धि ऐसा त्यागु विसंवादी पडोनी ठेला तरी विसंवादू तो फिटे त्यागाचा निश्चयो भेटे तैसे बोलो गोमटे अवधान देई. He says, if one wishes to get his clothes washed, he should not call the laundry trough unclean. In the same way, if action cause trouble, one should not abandon them. By abandoning action, nothing is going to be achieved. What do they say? Rivers must always flow, the water must always flow. Otherwise, stagnant water gathers moss, isn't it? Same way, a sannyasi also must continue to move. If he stops, he becomes comfortable. A sadhu purush, he must continue moving. Parivrajaka. So, if one wishes to get his clothes washed, he should not call the laundry trough unclean. Arey, clothes are dirty, not the trough. Same way, action is neither good or bad. Activity, not action, activity is neither good or bad. It becomes dirty only by our perception of it. If our perception is adulterated by likes and dislikes, that activity seems to be bad or good. So one should not abandon if actions cause trouble. Then For can anybody get tasty food to eat without cooking it? Some people advocate the performance of actions by such arguments. In this way, relinquishment of actions has become the subject of controversy. I therefore wish to explain to you the true nature of relinquishment and clear the controversy. So these were all the mat. Mat means ideas presented by other thinkers, wise people, commentators, geniuses, and the controversies between renunciation and relinquishment. He says, Lord is saying, I therefore wish to explain to you the true nature of relinquishment and clear the controversy once and for all. It should become clear when he tells now. What does he say in the fourth verse? He says, Nishchayam shrunu me tatra, Nishchayam shrunu me tatra, Tyage bharata sattama, Tyage bharata sattama, Tyago hi purusha vyaghra, Tyago hi purusha vyaghra, Trividha samprakirtitaha, Trividha samprakirtitaha. Nishchayam shrunu me tatra, Tyage bharata sattama, Tyago hi purusha vyaghra, Trividha samprakirtitaha. The Lord says here, hear then, Nishchayam shrunu, conclusively listen. There is no if and but after this. Here then my conclusion regarding relinquishment, O Bharata, for relinquishment, O tiger among men, is declared to be threefold. This is our Lord's conclusion. About what? About Tyaga. And renunciation is easy to understand. And the problem here is, Arjuna's problem is renunciation and relinquishment same? Is sannyas and tyag mean the same? If they mean the same, why they are two different words? Continuing, Tari tyagu ethe pandava त्रिविदु पय जानावा तया त्रिविधा ही बरवा विभाग करू त्यागाचे तीन ही प्रकार कीजती जरी गोचर तरी तू इत्यर्थाचे सार इतुले जाण मज मज सर्वज्ञाचिये बुद्धी जे अलोट माने त्रिशुद्धी निश्चय तत्व ते आधी अवधारिपा तरी आपुलिये सोडवणे जो मुमुक्षु जागो म्हणे तया सर्वस्वे करणे हेची एक. So what does he say? He says, O Arjuna, relinquishment of fruit is of three kinds. I shall now explain to you these three kinds with their distinctive features. Even though there are three kinds of relinquishment, their gist is the same, which you should bear well in mind. I am all-knowing, and so here my definite opinion on this matter. The seeker who is diligent about his salvation should by all means act thus. Jnaneshwar Maharaj is also, he says that I am all-knowing, so here my definite opinion. Bhagavan doesn't need to prove anything to Arjuna, but it is to impress on him that stop this confusion, stop this waveringness in your mind, and attentively listen the conclusion as regards this. Thinkers talk many things, philosophers talk many things, wise pandits, they also come up with different conclusions based on their angle of approach. Karma Yoga, conclusion will be different. Bhakti Yoga, conclusion will be different. Sankhya Yoga, conclusion will be different. Jnana Yoga, conclusion will be different. But who is Lord? Is he only a karma yogi or a bhakta or a jnana yogi or a gunatita or he is all knowing, he is beyond everything, and in and through everything. Nothing is hidden from him. He knows the uh, total game that is going on. In his presence, the creation began, the creation is maintained, and the creation is absorbed back only to begin again. So he who is knowing all this, he who is knowing himself as the transcendental and immanent reality, that is our Lord Krishna. Only such a person can give an answer which removes all doubts and from our mind. Only he who has this disposition. We are also essentially all knowing, essentially, but behaving as if we don't know, behaving as if we are an individual, that also no, behaving as if we are father, mother, daughter, sister, behaving as if we are only this body. Data proves otherwise. Behaving as if we are a slave to the mind. Who is God? Who is Ishvara? Who is the master of the mind? Who are we? Slave of the mind. Who is a philosopher? Who is still slave of the mind? Who is a thinker? Slave of the mind. Let them be a karma yogi, let them be a great yogi, let them be a Devra Baba who had so many siddhis, lived for 500 years. Changdev Maharaj lived for 1400 years. All the Panch Mahabhut in their control. People forgot their animosity. Animals forgot their animosity in his presence. But in the end, he had to go, no? The body had to go. Why did they live 1400 years? By doing Kaya Kalp every 100 years? Why? Why did Devra Baba live 500 years by doing Kaya Kalp? This is the gati of the yogis. By perfecting the body, be attentive, by perfecting the body, realization cannot be had. Because such a person's attention is on the body, and as long as I am the body, feeling is there, thought is there, till then such a person is not available to Aham Brahmasmi. लगे रहो कायाकल्प करने के लिए हर 100 साल के बाद, एक के बाद एक सिद्धियां प्राप्त करते रहो. Finite can never be perfected, and nothing is required to be done for the infinite, because infinite is perfection by nature. Just as sun is by nature heat and light, you cannot add light to the sun. Same way, you decide where you are. Are you at the virtual? Are you at the illusory? Or are you at the absolute level? you at the Gauna Purusha, Mithya Purush, or you are the absolute one? Who is Bhagavan? Sri Krishna. He is the Purushottama, Uttama Purusha. When we talk to ourselves in Sanskrit, we are also Uttama Purusha, but behaving like a Adhama Purusha. We say I, Aham, but we don't accept the connotation of Aham, what it is indicating. Aham is Uttama Purusha. Aham is not this body. Aham is not the father, mother, daughter, sister. Aham is by nature Satchidananda Swarup, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarup. Only such a person that Lord is. He will have the all-encompassing vision, and therefore he is able to break it up the way he has given this Bhagavad Gita on a platter to Arjuna, and through him to us. It cannot be a work of a person who is attached to his body. It cannot be a work of a person who has got an axe to grind in this world. It cannot be words of a person who wants to improve the world, who is afraid of death, who wants to go to heaven. These words cannot come out of such a person who has all these hang-ups. And therefore Bhagavan is saying that I am all-knowing, and so here my definite opinion on this matter. The seeker who is diligent about his salvation, and they here to invoke the best out of Arjuna. First he says, O Bharata, because Arjuna was the ideal which everyone looked up to. He was the man of the times. And then he says here, Purusha Vyagra, O tiger among men. See? That nothing is impossible for you to understand. Here we are talking from understanding point of view. That nothing is impossible for you to achieve. Therefore, listen, O Arjuna. Then in the 5th verse he says, Yajna dana tapah karma nat Yajna dana tapah karma Nyatyajyam karyameva tat Natyajyam karyameva tat Yajnyodanam tapaschaiva Yajnyodanam tapaschaiva Pavanani manishinam Pavanani manishinam. Acts of sacrifice, yajna, charity, dana, austerities, tapasya, ought to be performed, not renounced. For sacrifice, charity and austerities purify the wise. See? So, when should it be done? Should you renounce? No. So, when are to be done? Yajna dana tapa, Bhagavan is saying. So, when you are a seeker of a truth, you are identified with the body, continue with yajna dana tapa. And after Purification after sannyas. After sannyas, continue with yajna dana tapa. So what was before? Before there was doership. Before there was doership. And afterwards, no doership. Now, to whom this could be told? Is it being told to a sannyasi? Is it being told to a sannyasi? Is it being told to a person who has renounced everything and is in communion with the truth? Is it to that person to whom he is telling? He is telling it to a person who is part and parcel of this world, who is still is addicted to action, and yes, he wants to know. That is why this question is there. What is the difference between sannyas and tyag? So it is the seeker to whom it is this answer is being addressed. That seeker is being told, "O tiger among men, O Bharata Shrestha, listen." So when we have doership, I don't know what Jnaneshwar Maharaj is going to say, but when we have doership, first, why do we do yajna? Initially, we want to go to heaven. Why do we want to do dan? We want to help the society. Why do you want to do tapasya? You want to control the elements, or make them your slaves, or you want to come to a position where you don't get disturbed by them. So observe, your attention is on the result. Now as you go, you listen to a bit of Bhagavad Gita. Now what is being told? Sarva karma phala tyaga. Then what is to be done? Now you are being told to continue this karta purukha, this karta purusha, this doer, the karma yogi, the one who is addicted to karma, who has kartrutva abhiman. He is being told, before also he was told continue doing yajna dan tapa. Now also he is being told continue with yajna dan tapa, but without attention on the phala, without attention, with no intention of a particular result. Then why you should do yajna dana tapa? Don't do yajna for havan. Where is havan? Outside. When you do dana, if your attention is on benefiting the world, where is your attention? Outside. When you are doing tapasya and you want to not to be destroyed by space, air, fire, water, earth, where is your attention? Outside. And when our attention is on outside, our attention is on phala. Then where should our attention be? Inside. By yajna, is the heart and mind getting purified? Is the personality expanding? Am I including everyone? Am I reacting less and less to everyone? Do I consider all the people? I don't go to anyone. Whoever comes to me, do I consider that person to be not to be mine, or to be not other than I? Where is the attention? Within. Our Our attention is on our growth, on purification, not even on growth, on purification. And that purification cannot come about when our attention is on the outside. If we are extrovert in our attention, purification will not happen. Attention has to be what is going on, what is the attitude, what is the intention, what is the poise, what is the reaction. If there is one or no reaction, is the mind silent? See? Then in dana, am I showing pity on other people by giving money? Poor fellows, unfortunate fellows. They don't need your money. Are we doing daan to help other people, or are we doing daan to share the abundance that the Lord has bestowed us with? See? Attention. Where is abundance? Oh, I got only $10 in my account. If I give 5, how much will be left? 5. Or how will I live? I am also a beggar, you know. Please don't ask me. Instead, please give me some. There was one old lady. She was sitting on the road, and one kid was sitting next to her, begging. And people coming, going, not giving any money. But seeing the small child, they will give 5 paisa, 10 paisa, 20 paisa. But seeing that other woman who had not eaten for 2-3 days, nobody was giving her mana. मरने वाली है क्या है? But there is future for this young girl. And when that kid had enough money collected by afternoon, immediately she went to the stall across the street, got a vada pav, came back and gave the entire vada pav to the old decrepit lady to satiate her hunger. Now, who is more adani? All those rich people with a fixed salary or businessmen, what attitude they were having towards these two? That, oh, I gave 20 paisa, 50 paisa to this young girl today, and they feel good that my day started by giving dana. That kid, 6-year-old kid, is a greater dani, because everything that she had, she used it not to satisfy her hunger, but she used it to satisfy the hunger of another who was in need. See? We are not saying go and look for such people. So what was that act prompted by? That act must have been prompted by that I can survive, but this woman cannot survive. I'll eat by evening, I'll eat meal. Attention is within. Love is within. acceptance of the other as I is within, it is not without. Then only such sacrifice can come about. Dan is abundance, feeling that you are full, you are taken care of, nothing is lacking. And tapasya is control of senses and mind, not control of other people outside, not control of the having control, show off your siddhis. No. Tapasya means living an undisturbed life on account of not disturbed by the world, that we have already seen, not disturbed by the mind, the senses, not disturbed by the mind, not disturbed by our convictions. And the disturbance usually comes as a reaction from within. Now let's see what our Jnaneshwar Maharaj says. Did we start reading the thing? Not yet, na? In the 5th verse, जिये यज्ञ दान तपादिके ये कर्मे आवश्यके तिये न सांडावी पांथिके पाहुले जैसी हार पले न देखिजे तव तयाचा मागुन सांडिजे का तृप्त न होता न लोटिजे भाणे जेवी. He says, just as a wayfarer should not give up walking, so one should not abandon the obligatory duties such as sacrifice, charity and austerity. Obligatory duties, which are these? Nitya naimittika karma. For whom are they? Nitya naimittika karma. Are they for a sannyasi? Are they for a renunciate? Or are they for the person who is still addicted to karma? They are for the one who still has karta bhav. The doership is still there. Sannyasi is he who doesn't have the doership, it is dissolved. So such a person, he must continue to do yajna dana tapa. That is nitya naimittika karma every day. It keeps that person disciplined. No moment in our day must go without a tick from us in laziness. Just as the search cannot be abandoned until the lost thing is recovered, or the dish plate cannot be set aside until after a full meal. Okay. We are hanging the sunglasses on our head and looking for them everywhere. In Upanishads, this example comes of the necklace it's under your shawl or wherever, and you are looking around everywhere, blaming everyone. Just the other day, we went to get a life certificate, and I told, keep the passport and your OCI with you. And when we went there, oh, I forgot to bring the OCI. Oh, I forgot to bring the... And somehow we got it after 1 month. They found that the OCI and the passport was in their purse only. But unnecessary stress. So beating around, looking for it everywhere. But solution is here only. The more we look out, you are moving away from solution. The more we look within, we will find the solution was always present. The same way here, Just as the search cannot be abandoned until the lost thing is recovered, it happened by fluke. A seeker doesn't wait for a fluke. If you are seeker, not seeker of anything. Lazy people give up halfway. Prarambha shur. They begin the seeking and halfway they are gone. Uttam Adhikari is he or is a person when he begins the seeking, he has to dissolve. Only then he will stop. हाँ कल देखेंगे, आज तो अच्छा था लेक्चर, बट हाँ गुड आइडिया यज्ञ दान तप, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. As if Bhagavad Gita or Bhagwan Shri Krishna want your validation. Very interesting. A thought-provoking idea has been presented. Who cares what you think? We didn't. He is not asking for your opinions. He is not asking for a comment in return. He has said what has to be said. You do what you want. Remain confused or get clarity and abide. Or the dish plate cannot be set aside until after a full meal. This is we are talking about in India, not in America, where you get this is what I have heard. I have never been there. I have been to Hawaii. There also it was similar in the food courts. They get so much food, eat little bit, throw the rest into the bin. Why? Abundance. Abundance not for sharing but to throw into the bin. नावथड़ी न पावता न खांडिजे केळी न फळता काठे विले न दिसता दीपू जैसा तैसी आत्मज्ञान विखी जव निश्चिती नाही निकी तेव नुहावे यागादिकी उदासीना तरी स्वाधिकारानुरूपे तिये यज्ञ दाने तपे अनुष्ठावीची साक्षेपे अधिकेवर जे चालणे वेगावत जाये तो वेगू बैसावयाची होये तैसा कर्मातिशयो आहे नैष्कर्म्या लागी अधिके जव जव औषधी सेवनेची मांडी बांधी तव तव मुकीजे व्याधी तयाचिये. Or the boat cannot be abandoned in the midstream, or the banana tree cannot be cut before it bears fruit, or the light cannot be extinguished before finding the required thing. So one should not be indifferent to performing sacrifices, etc., until one becomes convinced about the knowledge of the self. When do you stop thinking about sleep? Do you make the decision to stop thinking about sleep? Only when you are absorbed into sleep, then thinking stops, isn't it? But till then you are thinking of sleep. Same way, we must not stop performing karma till it does not urvarukameva bandhanat mrityor mukshiyamamritat, till it doesn't leave us. We should not make a decision now. अब मैं सन्यासी हो गया. Now I got initiated into sannyas. I am wearing these clothes. I have got exemption from karma. Quota. I am in the quota of non-performing karma. Why? See, I am wearing the clothes of sannyasi. कुछ नहीं होने वाला है ये सब करने से. Remember, where does karma go on? Karma means activity. Where is activity going on? Manasa, vacha, kaya. Activity is still going on. Vacha. Studying is going on daily. Japa is going on daily. Contemplation is going on all the time. This is yajna, this is jnana yajna going on right now. But activity is going on. Is our result on the result? A questionnaire afterwards. Did you like the lecture? Did you dislike the lecture? What improvements can be made on the lecture? On the thought processes that were presented? How I was looking? Should I wear the light colors clothes or the dark color clothes? Which makes a better impact? Am I speaking monotonously or am I speaking with highs and lows? Should I introduce bhajan in between? Questionnaire afterwards, like when we go to a doctor, they ask you, do you have diabetes? Do you have hypertension? Have you been operated before? Or like when you come to immigration, have you ever killed anybody before? Have you been to jail before? Who is going to say yes? Nobody is going to say. Here there is not a performance going on. Nobody is needed to be, we are not speaking to please anyone. We are not speaking to get accolades from anyone. We are not waiting for the final judgment. See? Then why are we speaking? Because it's the right thing to do. Time pass करना है भैया. तो ऐसे ही क्यों ना करो. तो अच्छी चीज़ों में सबके साथ मिलके अच्छा अपना टाइम पास करो. हो रहा है. हमने तो नहीं बोला कि आओ सुनो. You have come by your wish, your free will, and you go away also by your own free will. By your coming, nothing is added. By your going, nothing is lost. Because it's very clear. This activity is going on, and the first student is the mind. If our attention is on the outside, more confusion. If the attention is within, purification. पहले समझ नहीं आता था, अब समझ आता है. बोल बोल के repeat the same bloody thing 100,000 times. One day it clicks. One day it clicks. The boat cannot be abandoned in the midstream, or the tree cannot be cut before it bears fruit, or the light cannot be extinguished before finding the required thing. So one should not be indifferent to performing yajna dana tapa until one becomes convinced about the knowledge of the self. We are not saying abide in the self. We are saying till one becomes convinced of the self. For one who has kartrutva abhiman, doership, the first stage is that now he is ready to, he has to come to a state of discrimination first. To come to a natural disposition where discrimination is continuously going on, it had been invoked, a certain amount of purity is required. A certain amount of disconnect with the world, a certain amount of disconnect with the body, a certain amount of disconnect with the thoughts. Only then will we seek the self. But as long as me and my children and my family and my husband and my parents and my wealth and listen to satsang every day, then where are we? In the same cyclical life. We have not gone beyond. We are not this hunger to know the self has not been initiated, and no amount of your thinking can initiate it. It gets initiated as a result of purity. Just like sleep gets initiated when you are exhausted. If you are not tired, physically or mentally, sleep will not come. But you cannot go to sleep by thinking, "Acha, ab mere ko neend I want to go to sleep." And then what do? Go on the bed and toss and turn and toss and turn, and then go to the doctor. I am not getting sleep. Why I am not? What did you do? No, whole night I was. Then what did you do during the day? I slept during the day. तेरी की रात को कैसे नींद आई? हाँ? So this is being told to a person who is a karma yogi, who has kartrutva abhiman, who thinks he has to do something in order to achieve. He must do it in the yajna dana tapa. He must do sarva karma phalatyaga. Attention must be within. Purification will happen, and the result of the purification will lead him to discover or inquire into the self, or lead him to discover that this prakriti, all activity is taking at the prakriti level, and I, the conscious one, is separate to this, to the thoughts, to the breath, to the speech, to the actions. I am watching. This is the result of purification. This cannot be brought about by mere thinking. This cannot be brought about by mere reading. It has to click. Arjuna is also not doing anything, but he is understanding, he is alert. He is imbibing everything deeply. Therefore, in this chapter, he will say, Nashto Moha, that all my delusion is gone. Who are we? We understand, but we are under the clutches of Moha at this moment. And how is Moha expressing? Ragadvesh. How is Moha expressing? I am the body. How is Moha expressing? I am the father, mother, daughter, sister. How is the Moha expressing? I am the doer. These are the expressions of moha. On the contrary, one should perform sacrifice, charity, and austerities, yajna, dana, tapa, with greater zeal and diligence. With full inspiration, one must get involved. Joyfully. Not go do seva. You go to certain ashrams. The sevaks there are the most khadus people you have ever come across in your life. They have come there for seva. They are volunteers. But they look down on every devotee of that Guru Maharaj or that God. They look down upon them. Everything has to happen according to them. Because in first time in their life they have some control. They have some authority. And it has gone to their head. And what happens? Again, karta bhav. By seva bhav, our karta bhav, our doership must dissolve. But instead you go to these ashrams, the sevaks are like asuras. That Mahatma or God, he is the Dev, surrounded by asuras. Lost opportunity. Don't become like that. Don't become like that. Instead, what do? You serve without expectation. That seva is an opportunity for you to expand yourself. If your love is towards that God or that Guru Maharaj and you are a sevak, then it is your opportunity to see that God or Guru in every one of the devotees. Why has it not happened till now? Where am I lacking? What more can I do? When will the grace come? When will the purification happen? Answer is not on the outside, answer is inside. So, the yajna, dana, tapa is done with greater zeal and diligence. Every opportunity is taken because karturtva bhav is there, no? If a patient takes medicines regularly, he becomes free from his ailment before long. In the same way, actions performed early according to the scriptural injunctions destroy the rajas and tamas qualities. Therefore, every kid in their teen and youth must be exposed to this knowledge so that they overcome the rajas and tamas. Then you will have a wonderful society. Then they will turn into a wonderful human being. What about us who are in 50s, 60s, 70s? Are we lost cause? No, but Swamiji, I still feel like I am 16, I still feel very youthful. Okay, then you are available. When you are available. Nobody, they feel old only when their attention is on the body. But heart in heart, everyone feels young only. He who walks fast gets time for rest. So performance of duties conduce. अच्छा ये किया नहीं ना. He who walks fast gets time for rest. So performance of duties conduces to freedom from action. See, our Shivanand Maharaj of Divine Life Society was there. You heard of his name. He says, never have a moment to waste. He says, there is always 1 month work waiting to be get done from me. I don't have time to laze. I don't have time to waste. I don't have time for myself. He started the ashram, he started the eye hospital, the dispensary, free medicine. Free medicine. 40s, 50s. Okay. But today's doctors, will I get the loan? Then I will start. Here is a doctor, with nothing he started. Even when he was in Malaysia, he was there as a doctor. Whatever salary he used to get, he used to use it to buy medicines for all the poor people there. Himself will go hungry. So here when he says that if a person takes medicine regularly, then then he becomes free from his ailment before long, same way actions performed early according to the scriptural injunctions. Early means not just in the morning, early in the morning. No, early in life. When early in life? I have never performed. Now is your early. Now is your early. Start. At this moment start. Start what, sir? You have spoken so much. Sarva karma phalatyaga. Do not renounce action, renounce the result of the action. Don't expect any result should be this way or that way. Our duty is only to perform action with inspiration, with joy, with diligence, with commitment, and not with what am I going to get out of it. Continuing. तैसी कर्मे हाथोपाती कै जैकी जती यथा निगुती तय रजत में झडती झाडा देऊनी का पाठो वाटी पुटे भांगारा खारू देणे घटे तय कीड झडकरी तुटे निर्व्याजू होय तैसे निष्ठा केले कर्म ते झाडी करूनी रजतम सत्वशुद्धीचे धाम डोळा दावी म्हणवनिया धनंजया सत्वशुद्धी गिवसितया तीर्थाचिया सावाया आली कर्मे तीर्थे बाह्यमळू क्षाळे कर्मे अभ्यंतर उजळे एवं तीर्थे जाण निर्मळे सत्कर्मे ही. He says, in the same way, actions performed early according to the scriptural injunctions destroy the rajas and tamas qualities. Gold treated with acid becomes purified with the elimination of its alloy. So action performed with dedication, destroys the rajas and tamas qualities and reveals the majesty of a pure mind. And what is the majesty of a pure mind? A natural inclination towards the self is inaugurated. A natural interest to know the self. A natural disposition as a result of purification that I am other than activity. I am not the doer. Then who am I? Then it is not a mere intellectual exercise. It is your direct experience. You can see that within yourself. As much as you may want to try and get involved in the world, think about the world, it will not happen, because now the purification has brought about this disposition. A person who is sleepy, even if you tell him, come, let's go for ice cream, let's go for a movie, let's go for this, let's go for that, अबे छोड़ यार कल देखेंगे. What is that? Udasinata, indifference towards all excitements. Such is this person as a result of purification. But purification cannot happen by mere thinking. It must click. And for a person who has karta bhav, who has doership, he has to perform karma. Never perform karma at manasa vacha kaya level with complaint, with disgust, with judgment, with should I or should I not, with likes or dislikes. Then how you should perform? Full on, whatever you are doing, jump into it as if there is no tomorrow, with inspiration and joy. And you are so at one ment with the activity that you lose yourself in that activity. Then purification is happening. Reveals the majesty of pure mind. So, O Dhananjaya, O Arjuna, good actions attain the efficacy of the holy water in bringing about purification of existence. So just like when we do puja and all, Ganga cha Yamuna, we put our hand on the taman or the patra, on the cup of vessel. Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhum Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. Or you do Punya Havachan, you invoke all the gods in the Purna Kumbha, and that water is then used for puja purpose. All the ingredients that are used in the following puja are sprinkled by that purified water in which all gods have been invoked. Our mind becomes that Purna Kumbha. Now it has become qualified to discriminate. As long as it was attached, discrimination was not possible. As a result of purification, it has become udasin. Here he used the word somewhere. In the 152nd verse. So when a seeker becomes indifferent to all activity per se, two things will happen. Either he will go to sleep or he will inquire. Third option is there, he will go into samadhi. But it is a healthy thing, at least he is not lost in the same rigmarole. The holy water cleanses only the external dirt, but the mental impurities are washed off only through good actions. So when we do Purna Kumbha outside, it is able to purify only the ingredients outside. Then we take that water with the mango leaves, we sprinkle on ourselves, on the people, the directions. Where are all these? Outside. We sprinkle our head. Where is it? Outside. Then how will we purify our mind? Jnaneshwar Maharaj says, or taking the cue from the Lord himself, that mind gets purified only through performance of action. Without expecting anything in return. So do your puja without wanting anything in return. Do it for joy. Do it for communion with the Lord. At the end, don't say, Kayena vacha manasendriya va buddhyatmana va prakritya svabha. Again, a feeling of guilt. If I have performed anything wrong, please excuse me. If you are in communion, nothing can go wrong. Everything is all right. Everything is perfect because He is perfect. His creation is perfect. Because He alone is expressing in and through the creation. He is immanent. But we are not able to see that. So He is pervading you. That infinite reality is pervading you right now. But why are you not able to directly experience it, even though it is immanent in and through you? Because of our obsession that I am the body. Because of our obsession that I am the doer. अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जना पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्. Mere repetition of this mantra is not enough. Understand the connotation. Do you trust? Kartrutva Abhiman will continue. The doership will continue till you don't come to this conclusion in your life that everything that is happening or not happening is by His will. If it is happening by His will, then why worry? Find yourself as you are. Why worry then? To survive, to maintain relationships, to remember the past, the good times. Continue to perform actions, but for purification. Until how long you will have to practice this sarva karma phala tyaga? How long? See, what happens is when you are doing this sarva karma phala tyaga as it is going on, here as Jnaneshwar Maharaj says, the rajas and tamas is transcended and he comes to the sattvic state. And remember, sattvic state is the threshold from where you can take a jump into the transcendental. Therefore, this in sattvic mode alone, the interest, the invocation of discrimination begins. Then what was the karma for? For removing the tamas, purifying the tamas, purifying the rajas. Why are we doing Vaikhari Madhyama Pashyanti? To purify the sattva, rajas, tamas. Same reason. So our life must be purification oriented, not accumulation oriented. If you want to accumulate in one go the entire universe, then it's okay. The holy water cleanses only the external dirt, but the mental impurities are washed off only through good actions. Huh? Someone tell me it is past time. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. I just found out we have internet out there, so I will send on our Wednesday app class group, WhatsApp group. Before the class begins, 10-15 minutes before, I'll put a message that we are going to have a class, because I don't know what time we will be having the class. So if you are not on the group, just SMS me, I'll add you to that group. Yes, sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om.